So Alvin and I both messed up yesterday. Let me show you my poor sunburn on my leg. So I didn't actually go out in like the water or the sun. I was under the umbrella the whole time. I didn't really like I should have turned around, I guess, under the umbrella. And I wasn't even in the sun in the umbrella. Like I was under the shade the whole time. Bright red. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but like there we go. Now I feel like my face is mostly okay, like that doesn't hurt, but my chest does hurt. My leg really hurts. Outfit of the day is my bodysuit from Amazon. I also have it in black. I wore it to the winery. And I think these beach shorts I got from Walmart like a year or two ago. So this is the look for sitting on the porch and slightly the beach. I do have my coffee that I'm going to drink. And then I did put on some mascara today, and then I just put on that like tinted sunscreen that I told you all about like a week ago. So that's just like the makeup that I'm probably gonna wear for like the rest of the week, honestly. I am bringing this book to read. I started it a little bit last night, but I'm just gonna have to like restart it because I wasn't paying attention to the audiobook. But I'm going to be reading that today. All right, I think we're all ready. I think I got what I needed. So I'm gonna go walk down. Wow, I look so red right there. I'm gonna go walk down and meet Alvin at the beach. Whew, another really nice day out today. Look at this little crabby.
2 of them now.
Oh my gosh. Look at them.
Listening for the next lifeguard to come down.
They're just like literally right here next to us. Look, literally, I'm right here. Oh, the one disappeared. Now they both disappeared. They went back in their holes.
Bye, Krabby.
Oh yeah, Alvin lost his sunglasses yesterday, so he got these
Yep.
nice camouflage ones.
Hey.
Morning coffee view. Pretty empty so far still. Oh, there's the other one. Oh, there he goes.
And watch, he's gonna throw his sand out.
Oh, that's what he's doing?
Yep.
Whoa.
He's digging his hole for the day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, it's 12:37 and we're gonna walk across the street to go to something called Kill Devil Dogs. It's a hot dog place, which you guys probably know from my vlogs. I love hot dogs. So they have like ones with like really cool toppings and flavors. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I looked at the menu just a little bit, but at least I'm getting my steps in and we get hot dogs too. This is actually a really easy walk, like literally. We're just right there at that hotel or motel. And then right here is Kill Devil Dogs. Alright, tell everyone, what's your fancy drink, bartender?
Well, this came from one of my friend's wives when we came down here a couple years ago. You just take your classic Malibu and you mix it with this fabulous variety of ice sparkling beverages. I'm going to go out with the orange mango to start because it'll pair well with the coconut.
Okay.
Alright, 2 shots of Malibu. And there it is. There she is. There it is. And top it off.
Oh, okay.
Right, there we go. And
oh, all right.
Mint.
She's strong. Let me taste. It doesn't even taste like alcohol.
That's why it's dangerous.
Man, you're gonna get crunk.
Nah, this is a slow sipper.
You can definitely get messed up on that.
That's why it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly, folks.
I'm actually gonna get ready to go sit on the porch now that we're done with lunch, because I have reading sprints in a little bit. But I'm gonna make my coffee. So we picked up Starbucks iced coffee, and this is just my cup from yesterday. I'm just reusing it, you know, why not? And then I have half and half. And then Alvin wanted to get the caramel macchiato, which, like, I told him, I was like, it's gonna be really sweet, but we've just been putting like a quarter in our cups, which is actually really good because it gives like a really good caramel flavor to it, and then isn't like super sweet. So I'm just gonna put half and half, and hopefully my ice isn't just not that great. Coffee, and then a little bit of caramel. Okay. This ice might be too big for this cup. Hold on. Please don't make a mess. Okay. So now I have... that was so good. Yeah, for much cheaper than going to Starbucks all the time. Alright, so I have actually read like 60 pages, I think, of The Island. So let me talk about that before I continue reading more in my reading sprints. All right, so I have read 70 pages of The Island. I am on chapter 7, and I am decently liking it so far. I will say that the first like prologue and first chapter definitely didn't really like pull me in, but since I've heard so many other people say that they like this book, I continued reading, and then I would say by like chapter 3 it actually got very interesting. This is about Heather, and she married a widower who has 2 kids, Olivia and Owen. I think Owen's like 12 and Olivia is like a teenager, but they all went on this trip to Australia, and the dad, I think his name is Tom, so like the widower's name is Tom. He, I think, is very rich and wealthy, and so his kids act like spoiled brats, and like he acts like a spoiled brat, and Heather's just kind of like along for the ride for everything. But you can tell that they're like very privileged and very wealthy just by like things that are happening. Like they offer money to people that tell them no. So there was this island that was private, and they hadn't seen like any koalas yet here in Australia, and they were like, you know, we want to go see this stuff. And so people told them, they were like, no, sorry, like this island's private. And they were like, oh, well, here, we'll pay you money so that way we can go. And they were like, no, like it's private. And they're like, here, like here's money so we can go. And it's like, what type of person is told no and thinks that they're still going to get their way? I don't know, for some reason I feel like the dad and the kids aren't going to make it by the end of the book. I feel like it's just going to be Heather. But right now they are on that island, and they were given like 45 minutes to go like quick take pictures, and here, come back to the ferry so we can, you know, take you back off. Well, because they were being spoiled brats, they were driving their Porsche, which Tom, the dad, was like super mad that he didn't get the car that he wants. Oh my gosh, heaven forbid you got a Porsche. Or maybe it's supposed to be Porsche. I don't know exactly the correct way to say it, but they were driving it too fast, and they go and they run over one of the people that's on the island, which I think it's like a whole family together, kind of, not really like a cult, but I guess sort of like, you know, they don't have technology, like they don't talk to people. It's like this own family that owns this island. And so they run this person over, and things are starting to go downhill. So that's where I kind of ended from when we went to go get lunch. They are stuck on this island now, and I'm actually really excited to see like what happens and what goes on. 1:25, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and set up where I'm gonna be doing the reading sprints at, which I think I'm going to do on the front porch. Oh, and it was super funny. So there's an older couple that is like in the room right next to us. So they're also like, their chairs are right when we walk out of our front door, and they're really, really nice. Like the lady yesterday was complimenting me on my swimsuit. They weren't on the porch just now when we came back from lunch, but she had her book on her chair, and she's reading one of the books that I brought to the beach. She actually has this book on her chair, and I was like, that is really cool. So if I do end up reading this book here, maybe I'll be able to chat with her about it. All right, let's get ready for our 2-hour reading sprints. And then by that time, I'll probably give you an update on where I am at in the island.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it?
It's 5:30. I'm actually headed up to the room so that way I can start making dinner. All right, Alvin's gonna pick a book so that way I know what I'm reading as soon as dinner's over. Everything from that stack is good. And I think he said he picks just by like titles and his intuition. Okay, thank you. We're gonna go with a romance this time. Get out of the thriller genre. I know the publishers are waiting to hear my review for this because they had emailed me the other day and I told them I would read it at the beach. So good for me to get this one done. All right, for dinner, I cooked up all of the chicken thighs and I did half with barbecue for tonight with roasted Brussels sprouts and mushrooms. And then the other half is gonna be for when I make like a big salad tomorrow. I'll just do a big like lettuce salad with a bunch of toppings and stuff. So we'll probably eat all the veggies tonight and then the barbecue chicken. And I just put Creole seasoning and salt and pepper and garlic on the veggies, and it's just with olive oil. Din din. This is the barbecue sauce that we got for it. So it's a sugar-free barbecue sauce because barbecue sauce actually has like a ton of sugar. Oh, and I opened my bottle of 19 Crimes because I was editing my video while the food cooked, and yep, tastes just as good at the beach. Ouch, my sunburn. Alvin's playing frisbee with his friend. It's a nice view out. I am going to answer some comments on my YouTube because I just finished editing and uploading my vlog from yesterday, but it's been a few days since I've actually gone through the comments and answered them, and I have been really good at making sure I was keeping up with it throughout the whole like daily vlogs and stuff. So I'm gonna do that, but I figured I should tell you guys about the island. And did I tell you guys I finished it? I think I did. Hopefully this angle is okay and my arm doesn't get tired. I ended up giving the island 1 star, and it was for a few different reasons. I am not someone that loves the thrillers that happen in short time frames. So technically in the book, I realized it said like, oh, it's been 3 days, but it definitely was not longer than 3 days. So most of the book felt like within a 24-hour time span, and I usually don't like those because then the whole entire like 400-page book has to be like so descriptive in order to like fill it up because of the time frame being so short. So I didn't like that in Survive the Night. I didn't like that in Hairpin Bridge. I didn't like that in Falling by JJUNE, the airplane thriller. I just don't think that I like thrillers that are like the very movie, like action adventure type. I like the psychological thrillers that really have a lot of twists in them and are trying to throw you off. This had absolutely no twists in it except I think one, or I guess kind of one at the very end. Technically, I guess it was one at the very end, but I also don't like thrillers that they just drag you along the whole entire book and you only get one twist at the end that's supposed to be this like amazing, shocking thing. I didn't even care about the twist. I felt like it wasn't even something great. I also felt like it was very repetitive. It was the same like, oh my gosh, we're being chased, we're all gonna die. Oh, hey look, we found water now, so we're fine. Oh my gosh, we're being chased, we're gonna die. Oh, hey look, we found a knife in the sand. And like, yes, that actually happened. And I don't know if I updated you guys on that, but I posted on my Instagram stories and it actually was like, oh, hey, look at this machete we found just randomly somewhere. Like, that doesn't happen. I also don't like that the main character, like she had all this like background in like her parents were in the military, they taught her how to shoot, she knew how to survive. Like that also is very coincidental with having to make that character like be the sole survivor in this book. So it just was not for me. I ended up rating it 1 star and I honestly just could not wait for it to be over. The last 100 pages I did not care about. I was just ready for it to be done. It was also really hard to get into at first. The first like 3 chapters I thought were really boring, and I feel like it could have been much more captivating to like grab the reader in. Fortunately, yeah, that's how I felt about that book. But I am really excited. I have not started Every Last Summer, which is the book that Alvin just picked for me because I was cooking dinner and working on editing my YouTube video. But as soon as I'm done with my YouTube comments, I might go ahead and start it. I actually was able to get the audiobook off of Libby. They had like a skip the line feature, which I'm super happy about. And then I might watch some TikTok later too. I almost have all my steps in. I'm probably gonna just have to do like a run in place to get the rest of my steps in as well. Alright, it's 8:45. I just finished answering all of the comments on YouTube. I had so many, which I really appreciate all the comments. I just wish that it didn't take so long to be able to respond to every single one of you. And I feel bad, like, if I heart your comment, it means that I've definitely read it. But I don't always respond to everyone because I just feel like I'm saying the same, like, thank you over and over again. If you usually ask me a question, I usually do try and answer it. But I read every single one of the comments and I'm super thankful for them. Alvin is right here. He's enjoying the nice cool air and the ocean. Man, this zooms so far. Wow, I think that's as far as it zooms, but that is a lot. Nice sunset over there. Watching some good old, what's this called? Food truck wars or something like that. Alvin's got some chips and salsa for us. I think it's called Food Truck Race, but it actually is pretty good. I think it's Food Network. Yep. These are cute. These little round ones. Pace honestly has some of the best salsa. All right, we are headed to bed. It's 10:14. I'm probably gonna watch TikTok a little bit, but it's practically bedtime. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.